again will you lose anything down the drain, and never again will you have a clogged drain because there's food trapped inside. Chef Rick Roman is here with a product called Dripsie. And I love this idea because you get 3 of them. They're anti-clog sink strainers. So now when you're washing fruits or you are scraping plates, nothing gets clogged in the drain.
You know, it's a simple solution to something we deal with every day. Ordinary sink strainers, David, they sit on top of the drain. And first of all, they rust, they bend, they get pretty gross, to be quite honest with you. Dripsie is a rubber and plastic design that has a rimless design, but also it's fully vented all the way around. So what does that mean? When you put it in the sink, we come up here. When you go to rinse your dishes in the sink.
All right, let's come into the sink or get that shot of it. There we go.
So when I rinse my food down toward the drain, I want you to notice something, okay? Notice how the food just goes right into the Dripsie. It's not getting stuck at the edge, which would happen on a traditional sink strainer because it has that rimless design. But guess what? I'm running the water and it's not clogging. So it's had an anti-clog design. And here's what I love most about it. It's got a little post in the middle so you can grab and pull out the Dripsie. But then the best part is it's naturally non-stick. So what does that mean? The food's gonna come right out. You can put this in the dishwasher. It's flexible. It's not gonna rust or break. It's gonna last and last. And like you said, you have 3, so you can put one in your kitchen sink, maybe one in a RV or a vacation home.
Vacation home, what have you.
Or give one as a gift.
And you can tuck these in the gift closet, which is something I was going to bring up. This is available for you in a host of colors. You choose a color because they make you smile. What's my favorite quote? Because they all do exactly the same job. This is the red. I also have it for you in the black. This is gray, then blue, and that color on the end is called pistachio, and that's brand new.
That's brand new.
Brand new.
And you know what it is? The inventor, Pat, said, you know, he was rinsing his dishes one day, and he's using this traditional sink strainer. All the food's getting clogged. It's getting stuck at the edge. With Dripsie, he said, I'm going to make a fully vented, all the way around, but a rimless design. And the rimless design is important because I'm going to come on sink again. Again, this is a traditional sink strainer. It sits on top so the food gets stuck. With Dripsie, it sits below the edge of the drain. So that means when I go to rinse my food, okay, the food doesn't get stuck at the edge of the sink because now I'm using this pitcher here
to help move
the water. But notice how full I let that get. And then notice this. Notice how the water keeps draining. That's because all the way around the edge are little vents, okay? If you had an ordinary sink strainer, that would clog the sink. But with Dripsie, it keeps flowing. And then all I have to do is take it by that little post, pick this up, and then because it's naturally non-stick, all the food comes out, and you can put this in the dishwasher. So
and maybe all that food goes into your compost pile.
Yeah.
Or into your trash can, however you deal with it. And it's important to know that this is very popular. In fact, we've now taken orders for 650 of these are gone, and 500 people are on the phone lines waiting to place orders. Maybe you're washing out dishes before you pop it in the dishwasher, but you don't want to clog the drain, and maybe you don't have a disposer in this particular sink.
No.
This is going to be something that works beautifully, and it fits in just about every sink, their standard fit, right?
Yeah, 3 1/4 inches, which is most standard sinks. If you happen to have a little bit different size, just check that. But for me, this is going to fit in most, and I have a disposal and it fits. Notice, look at all the food it captures, but these vents are still exposed. Those vents are incredibly important, David, because it doesn't stop the water from flowing. But once again, this doesn't get all gross because you can put it right in the dishwasher. It doesn't rust or chip. It doesn't. You don't have to worry about it bending because it's a flexible
We were just
material.
talking about Food Saver with Lisa Brady, and maybe you're capping strawberries, right? You're taking the green cap off strawberries, and then you're cutting them up because you want to toss them with some sugar substitute or something before you store them. This is going to be ideal. And if you're rinsing them or washing them in the sink, you don't lose them down the drain.
Nope.
Or they don't end up in that nasty, grody drain, and then they end up in the Dripsie. This is fantastic. Is grody a word? It is now.
Grody.
Don't miss out on this opportunity because everybody is looking to pick up their color or colors. Many people are buying more than one set because they want to tuck one away for gift ideas. This is really lovely. So we have it in the red. We have it in black. We also have gray, blue, and the brand new on the end, pistachio. 1,250 orders. Now, these come in a box. You get all 3 in the box, is that right?
Correct, all 3 in the box.
So all 3 in the box. So this is going to work out really nicely. And this can go in the dishwasher, quick and easy cleanup.
Top
or
shelf
you can
dishwasher.
just rinse it and
Or rinse it, yep. And you know, it's funny. I always feel like the best things in the kitchen are the simple solutions. You know, we've always accepted this type of strainer, which again, it's not efficient. It stops the water from flowing because it gets clogged, and it also gets quite unattractive. I don't know about you. I don't want this in my house. With Dripsie, you have that rimless design. It sits below the sink drain, and it doesn't matter. It could be smaller items. And I'm going to really put it to the test here. We're going to put a lot of food in here. I just want you to see something. Okay, I'm going to let this get completely full. Notice how the food doesn't get stuck at the edge there, David, all right? It keeps flowing, and that's because right around the edge, it's that rimless design. It allows all that water to keep flowing and let the food go in and drain. And then when I'm done, I just simply grab it. There's a little post in the middle. We're going to pull this out, and watch how all this food just comes right out of the Dripsie. That's because it's naturally non-stick, and then you pop this in the dishwasher at the end of the day, and it's clean as the day you got it.
This is what makes it so important. Yep. Everybody is looking to pick up their set. Maybe you've got 2 sinks in your kitchen. One is your regular sink, the other is like a prep sink.
Oh yeah.
This is ideal. You could also put one in your RV or your camper.
Oh yeah.
You can put one in a vacation home. Maybe you've got a mountain cabin. If you do, invite us. We'll come.
Yeah, I like that.
This is lovely because now, I mean, Dripsie will travel. This is really remarkable stuff, and it's a simple solution to a common everyday issue.
It is. I mean, think about how many times you're washing the dishes, and then all that food that gets stuck at the edge here, but then the water stops flowing. This is entirely full, and the water goes down no problem, David. And that's because of that rimless design. And once again, I love the naturally non-stick feature of this because all that food pops right out.
Now, if any of you are saying, hey, wait, some of that is falling and back into the sink, well, you don't want to clean up more food than the Dripsie can hold.
Yeah, exactly.
So understand that some of it went into the sink.
Yeah,
we need to fish that out. But that's because we got a little heavy-handed with the food.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have just a little bit.
Just a little.
You're just trying to wash off plates before you put them in the dishwasher, right?
Exactly.
And so this is the kind of thing that whether it's a little bit or a lot, it's going to slow it down so you can have better control of it.
That's right.
That's what it's all about.
Hey,
thank you, sir.
Good to see you.
Nice to have you back. 2,000 of these are now gone. Pistachio is now last call. That's the color you're seeing there. And Miss Rachel has some updates before we get into our next item.
I do indeed.